Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So because it's Valentine's Day this weekend, I thought I'd show you a few looks on how to make your hair look like you're just after walking out of a salon. So I'm going to show you a few easy looks using the GHD Platinum Straightener just to create a nice wave, curl and then a few upstyles. I think we all know nowadays that even just a tiny little bit of tan or a bit of makeup goes a long way. So what you will need for these looks is a GHD straightener or any type of straightener and a heat protecting spray. The one I'm using today is the Art Constructor Spray, and this is amazing. It's a dry spray so it doesn't leave your hair feeling sticky, and it's so important because you want to do everything you can to prevent your hair from damaging. So the first two looks that I'm going to show you is now with the GHD straightener. I'm going to do a wave and I'm going to do a vertical curl. So first off, you'd want to section your hair. The smaller the sections the better, as it creates a better wave in the hair. I'm going to take my Art Constructor Spray and I'm going to spray it all over this section. So firstly I'm going to take this section, keeping a tight tension on it. I'm going to bring the curl in and then back out, and then in and then back out. Depending on how you want the curl, you can leave the ends out, but I like to give the ends a nice little curl as well. So if you feel like the section is too big, just drop half of it, do one section and then go back to the other. And depending on how much you want to drag the hair down is depending on how many waves you want in the hair. I'm dragging it down a good bit before I turn the opposite way. So you want to do this nice and slow, keeping the tension in the straightener. And that steam coming from it, no need to worry because it is the product protecting the hair. You can start to see the nice little wave in the hair and it just gives a nice soft textured look. And when you finish the sections, just have a little look through and see if there's any, like this one here, you can see the marks of the straightener. Literally just split it in half because obviously the section was too big. So go down and try to let it glide through the straightener, and then it gets rid of that. Here you go again, up and down. I think in recent months this look has become popular, especially with the new tools of the wavers. Molly May's wave, her extensions is fab, but I think that if you're going to spend the money on a waver and you have a straightener, try out using your straightener first. With the straightener it gives a smoother effect to the hair. Moving on then, I'm going to show you how to do a vertical curl using the straightener. With this one you're dragging it down more vertically, so you want it more of a beachy wave, you don't want that definition of a curl. So parting my hair then, again I'm going to spray more of the constructor spray into my hair. Usually I don't curl my hair twice in one night, but using the heat protecting spray I feel a little bit more comfortable and I know that my hair is protected to a certain extent. So holding the section of hair, I'm going to take my straightener and I'm going to put it in between, holding the end of the hair, and I'm literally just going to slide it down right to the end. Gives a nice little subtle curl. So taking the second section, I'm going to bring the straightener coming forward then, so this creates a bit more of a textured look. So bringing it down and literally just dragging it down, holding the end and then letting it go. Taking the next section, then bringing the curl back, getting that tension first and then dragging it down. And then this section, you're going to bring it forward, getting the grip and then bringing it down. You're doing this slowly because you want the hair to be nice and hot coming out of it so it will last you. Now moving on to the next side then, so depending on what hand you write with, one side is going to be a lot easier than the other, so taking your time, notice yourself when the section is too big. So spinning the straighten it around, keeping that tension, and then sliding it down. So because I brought that one back, I'm going to bring this one forward then. Get that good tension, hold the end, and then again, if the section is too big, drop a piece and start again. Bringing this one forward. Keeping the tension and dragging it down. So the hair can be a little bit sticky after putting the heat protectant spray in, but just keep the tension and go as slow as you need. So going back. And then dragging it down. The curl to the front, you want it away from the face, so I'm going to bring it back. Moving on to the last section then, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Hold lots of tension and dragging the hair down slow. And you really are just creating that nice loose curl. Bringing this one forward and sliding it down the hair. And then once you're finished, then I just like to comb these ones through just because they are a little bit more of a ringlet curl. And then just comb it through. My hair is a little bit staticky from using the straightener on it so much. So I'm going to use the Moroccan Oil Light just to get rid of any of that frizz. Starting through the bottom and then working my way through the top. And then I'll put a small bit of hairspray in it then to hold it. And that is the second look complete. Just a nice, soft, textured curl. I'm going to show you how to do a low bun, and I'm going to show you how to make it look professional and nice and textured and effortless. So first I'm going to go in with the Moroccan Oil Dry Shampoo. Just going to spray the roots just where it is that a little bit visible, and this gives a nice bit of texture to the hair as well. So what you want to do first is separate the front sections. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a small bit of hair at the sides and just bring this back and clip this away. And then the same on this side then as well. So you're taking that little bit of hair out first, and then when we're finished and have the hair all up, we can take more out of it and then just texturize it. So just then when you're finished with the front sections, just make sure that they're quite similar in size, because you are going to curl them. And then underneath then make sure you have these pieces here, so it saves you that you're not pulling them out too much when you're finishing off the look. So starting off then, you can spray hairspray or put a little bit of heat protectant spray in it just so it has that wet kind of texture to the hair. And then taking your comb, you're literally just brushing all the hair back nice and evenly, to making sure that's nice and smooth, all going and just catching it there with your hand. So then once you have all the hair straight back into your hand, using the small pony, all you're doing is just tying your hair into a pony. And just making sure that's nice and tight, taking your comb, split the hair into a couple of sections and just tease the pony out ever so slightly, just so you're creating that textured look. So once you have that done, spray a bit of hairspray in it so the back combing holds. So then with a paddle comb, put your hand underneath and just slightly comb through, just so you're keeping the frontal section nice and smooth. So I like to have a few bobby pins at hand just so I'm not rooting through the drawers while I'm trying to secure the pony, and it just makes life so much easier. So what you want to do first, you want to twist the hair all the way down, nice and tight, and then holding the end of the hair, you're going to wrap around 1 and then wrap around 2. Holding the end in this hand, you're going to take your bobby pins and start placing them. First, place it in the top so it's nice and secure, and then to the sides. And then taking this bit, you're going to twist the ends to make sure that they're completely twisted. And you're going to put your last bobby pin where the end finishes. So once you have your pin secured, it's not going to move anyway. You can start opening the bun just slightly, going around, all the way around, and you can kind of feel the shape forming. So using the wider clips, then you're just going to place them in just to disguise those little bits that you don't want sticking in. So once you have the bun secured and it's at your desirable shape and size, you can start to pull at these pieces either with your fingers or using the tail comb, just pulling them out so it's that little bit more of a looser bun. Once you've done those 2 plaits, I'm going to leave it on one side and then show you how I curl the other side. I'm going to curl these little pieces here just so it looks more textured. And then it just gives that nice shape to the hair. And going on to this section then, I'm going to do a few curls, 2 or 3 curls, just to add a little bit of movement into the hair. On this side I put a plait with a loose curl, and then this side I do more of a textured curl to the hair. So they are 3 simple looks of using a GHG straightener and just doing a simple updo that takes not even 15 minutes. So even if you're sitting at home having a date night in your sitting room or getting ready to have a Valentine's party on Zoom, try one of these looks and I guarantee you'll feel so much better walking down the stairs. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like and subscribe.